Welcome to YouTube Creator News, where I keep YouTube content creators like you up to date with everything that's happening on YouTube that impacts you as a YouTuber. So if this is your first time seeing this, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on anything that could matter to you and your channel. Today, we are talking about some updates, to YouTube Shorts analytics. We are talking about some updates that will help you better understand your audience on YouTube in regular analytics. We are talking about some updates to YouTube moderation tools and more YouTuber news, starting right now with podcast content separation. So I ran into this when I was getting everything together for today's segment, and it looks like YouTube is now isolating podcasts to a certain area inside of your creator studio. So if you are a podcast channel, or if you're a YouTube channel that uploads podcasts to your channel on a regular basis, this is going to be something of interest to you. Now, with that, I don't know if there is something that we need to do in the upload process, because I literally saw this for the first time like 30 minutes ago. So I don't know if there's something we have to do in the upload process to tell YouTube that it's a podcast for the sake of their categorization. But for now, this is there. So make sure that you are looking into that, or that you are checking into that if you are a podcaster. Next, we have an update to YouTube's moderation tools. So one of the things, and this has actually been available now for a couple weeks, but this is just talked about. I just got access to it on my channel as well. I'm not sure if this is rolled out to everybody yet, but this is something that is rolling out. YouTube has given us managing moderator access or tools. And what that means is, as a regular moderator to your YouTube channel, one of the things that, people can do just as a regular moderator is they can, hide people from your chat. They can time people out, things like that. They can delete comments. But when you assign somebody as a managing moderator, now they can access your blocked words list, which is a list inside of your YouTube settings to where you and your moderators now can put very specific words and phrases. And if somebody says those in your chat, your live chat, then YouTube's going to automatically delete those or hide those chats. And if they say it in your comments on your videos, then they're going to automatically put those into the held for review section on YouTube. So really cool update. In addition to that, the managing moderators can also change the chat mode. So if you go from, subscriber chat to, open chat where everybody can chat, those types of things are what the difference is between the regular moderators and the managing moderators. Next, we have a update to YouTube short stats. So you can see on the screen right here, we have the option now to where we see how many people viewed and how many people skipped away on our shorts, which is fantastic. And we also have how many views from our shorts where they are showed in the feed. Now, the win with both of these metrics is now, if you're one of those people where you're like, hey, when I upload my shorts, they do good for like a short amount of time and then they just kind of disappear. This is going to start giving you some insights into why that might be happening if you are one of those channels, because I know that happens to a ton of people, me too. So this is going to give us insights to help us learn how people are responding to our shorts, so that we can adjust accordingly, so that we can get that better response over time as we learn more about how people are responding to what it is that we're doing. So what you want to look for here is you want to look for, of course, you want more people watching, more people viewing, than more people skipping away. I know that sounds like a no-brainer, but I'm just making it clear, for everybody. And in addition to that, when we see how many of them are shown in the feed, we can also look at the trajectory in terms of, how things are going, and we can see like, hey, do we need to upload more shorts? Are we trying to get our numbers bigger in terms of what's actually showing in the feed compared to what's showing on the rest of the site, and so on. Next, we have more analytics. You can access this on a desktop computer or on your mobile device through the Creator Studio app. That is an app put out by YouTube that every content creator should have on their phone, not to obsess over, but to at least be able to access things like this quickly and to be able to quickly manage your comments. But with this, they are giving us audience breakdowns by content type. Now, the way that you use this is, let's say that you are uploading shorts content and you're like, man, for whatever reason, I'm having trouble getting my shorts viewers to watch some of my long form content. Well, this is one of those things where you can go in, you can say, well, maybe my shorts viewers are hitting a primary location where, that particular audience might not be able to consume my longer form content because I'm not adding, language translations to them or anything like that, but they're able to, maybe consume them quickly in my shorts feed. Or let's say that you are a business owner and you're using YouTube for your business, and the people that you're trying to reach are within certain, location demographics or age demographics, and you find out out, hey, my YouTube shorts or my video content or my live streams are reaching a different audience than who it is that I'm trying to reach. So because of that, I need to get to work and figuring out the content that I need to start making in those formats in order to reach who it is that I'm actually trying to reach. So this is really valuable for you if you dig into this information and you keep track of what's going on. This is going to help you massively understand minor changes or nuanced changes that you need to make in order to ensure that you're getting in front of the right people. Next, I wanted to just bring your attention really quick. So Rene Ritchie, he is, around this channel a lot, but he is YouTube's creator liaison. He was hanging around, before, he got that gig as well. Really awesome guy, but they started a YouTube channel for YouTube creator liaison. And I just want to encourage everybody to go subscribe to that YouTube channel because one, not only is he sharing like helpful information that you need to know as a YouTube content creator, but he's also interviewing other content creators that can also bring very valuable insights to you as a content creator. This channel's just getting started, so I just wanted to bring it to your attention because this is one of those places we're going to be able to get tons of valuable information, and it's also going to be directed by YouTube themselves in terms of like, hey, these are the people that we want to talk to. This is the information that we want to share to help out content creators. So make sure you check that out. Now, I want to share some thoughts really quick on the case that we talked about last week. So in the news segment that I did last week, I highlighted the importance. I actually stretched that one out for a really long time because I wanted to emphasize the importance of what we were dealing with and what we are dealing with in terms of YouTube's recommendation systems possibly, changing in the future. Now, even though that can still happen, I want to let you know from my non-lawyer experience, right, just listening to the replay, and I have a link to it down in the description, as well as the YouTube Creator Liaison channel, and, the other things that I talk about here, so make sure that you check that out. But when I was listening to the replay, first off, the tone that the Supreme Court justices were taking towards Gonzales, towards the plaintiffs, the tone was just kind of like almost like it was like they seen it as something ridiculous, right? And then like they were cutting him off, and like he was trying to answer the questions they were asking, and they're just like cutting him off. And then you have the other side where when the other lawyers come on, they're like, oh no, I'm sorry to interrupt, continue on, things like that. But another thing is that the lawyer on the plaintiff side, he's talking a lot about like thumbnails and things like this. He didn't even know that YouTube has a not interested feature on their platform. So in terms of the information that they're going into this with, I thought that, they were going to be a lot more prepared. I thought they would be a lot more convincing, a lot more persuasive and all of that. But, really, after listening to it, and I know it's a legal thing, but I'm just saying in terms of how it came across, in terms of the information being shared, the very specific questions being asked, and the things that were being presented, I feel a gazillion times better about it now because, the Supreme Court justices, it did seem that they were, kind of like, hey, this could have like really serious implications, and they're really like nailing this guy down. And that's their job, right? That's their job. But they're nailing this guy down and trying to make him, essentially prove to them that, the way that YouTube is currently operating is, in alignment with what it is that they're, trying to get changed. So I just wanted to, kind of put your mind at rest a little bit. Again, it could go still not in our favor, but I just wanted to, let you know, I listened to it in the background. And again, I'm not a lawyer, but I listened to it in the background and it just made me feel a lot better because personally I was, a little bit worried about it. I was really worried about it. So it made me feel a little bit better. So I just wanted to, kind of pass that on to you as well in terms of, my confidence in that. And again, it could still go south and it could end up not working out in our favor, but I feel way better about it now. In addition to that, I do want to remind everybody that my brother D. Nimmin and I have a free music resource for YouTube content creators. I try to spread awareness about this from time to time. This is free for you to use in your YouTube videos, in your podcast, if you're a podcaster, in your courses, if you make courses. You can check this out at creatormix.com. You can also listen to it on all of the streaming platforms. If you just look for Creator Mix, we have tons of different types of music there. And my brother's actually working on batches of additional content that we're going to be uploading very soon as well, new albums and stuff for you. So make sure that you check that out as well. And if this is your first time interacting with this stream or with this information, I do again encourage you to subscribe to the channel. And if you're just getting started on YouTube, click into this playlist right here. It's going to help you learn a ton about YouTube and what you need to do to succeed on the platform. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.